Hello, macro enjoyers! I've seen your pleas for help in my comment section, which I didn't think I'd ever say because, I'm just a small VTuber. But I will do my best to explain how I managed to AFK shiny hunt with my 8BitDo Pro 3 controller that I also just got. So bear in mind, this is my first ever macro anything, first 8BitDo controller. You know what I mean. I also want to quickly say that I also appreciate everyone in the comments going, yeah, good for you, whatever. But there are some people that call me lazy and say that I'm cheating. Carpal tunnel must not be a thing in your life. You must have, like, the strongest fingers and hands and wrists and elbow and no back issues. Like, you must have no pain, ever. You must be built different. I'm sorry, I'm not built like that. But I couldn't even hunt at all if not for these macros. So let's go, yay macros for accessibility, because you don't know what people are struggling with on the internet, you silly little comment people. Anyways, here's my first sort of tutorial, I guess. If it's bad, I'm sorry. I do my best. I'm not a tech guru. My boyfriend is. Also, he helped me figure this out. So I'm gonna do my best. And let's go catch some shinies, y'all. First of all, congratulations on getting your 8BitDo controller in the mail. Let me try to explain step by step what I did. Again, I've only had my 8BitDo controller for 48 hours. So let's do this. You want to go to the website. You want to go to the 8BitDo website, but specifically you want to find what's called the Ultimate Software D2. That's what you want. And then here you'll be able to download it for either Windows or Mac. This is a program that also has an app, at least I know, on the Google Play Store. So you can Bluetooth connect your controller to your phone. So you don't need to do this on the computer. I just prefer it on the computer. I don't know exactly how the phone app works. Anyways, you will get the app. It will download. It's just an executable. An application. You download it, and then you get a little screen like this. And then on your controller, I'll have to take a picture of this. On the 8BitDo 3 controller, there's a little slidey button. Again, I will insert a picture. On the back. And you'll see that you can slide to either S mode, which is switch mode, D mode, which I'm not sure about because I don't use it, and then there's an S/X mode, which is the mode you need to be in to program anything on this controller. So you want to switch it to SX. Doesn't matter if you were just now playing on the Switch, it's fine. You want to grab your USB-C cable, not your controller. There's no I'm shy. I'm leaving this all in. Anyways, you want to connect it, and it should pop up very easily. Once you've connected the controller with any USB-C cable, as long as it just connects to your PC, you want to make sure it's updated. So the current version that I updated to is the V2 version of this software. It was just the only one. I just clicked update, and I waited, and then it loaded, and it updates. Everybody knows how to update. I have not used macros yet on the Windows profile because this controller works with Xbox, which is Windows, I suppose. The button layout can change. So, like, you can swap A and B, X and Y. With the Pro 3 controller, these are magnet buttons, so you can literally grab them and move them and then change what the input is here. But I'll show you what I did. So you go to the Switch profile, because this tutorial is specifically for shiny hunting. Sorry for all the tangents. Anyways, and you want to create a profile. So name it anything, but it has to be, like, something they accept. So if I do, like, Nintendo 3, you make a new one. Nintendo's. It's a little weird about what it allows. Anyways, once you get to here and you've made your profile, which all you have to do is just name it. This is mapping. So you can make any button any other button. So for me, I have a really hard time reaching the start and select button, which is on the Switch controller. That's minus and plus. So what I did was you flip the controller to the back, By the way, this is the little switch I was talking about, the SD and S/X. I made the back buttons, these ones, plus and minus. It's very easy. You just make sure you're going up to the button you're trying to get. You just follow the line. There's also these little programmable buttons next to the bumpers, but you would just go here, and then you can select anything. So it could even be pressing down on the joysticks, anything. So I just made those plus and minus. Now, what we're all here for, because I think mapping buttons, that's not that big of a deal. We're here for macros. You want to select your button just like you did in mapping, but now we're in macros. And you want to create a new macro. Okay. So let's say you want to constantly reset benches to get a shiny static alpha. You would make the macro go. But this macro requires pushing the joystick down and then pressing A 5 times. Now, maybe you've done this and for some reason A is inputting as B. What is actually happening is there's you might have done the inputs too fast. So this morning I had issues with this and it wouldn't let me. I thought the day-night cycle was messing it up, but it was all in the timing. So let me just get out of the game and show you guys again. You just switch to the other play. You switch everything. You just go from the switch thing to the SX thing on the back of your controller and you plug it in. No biggie. That's all you gotta do. And now you're back in the program. You go to switch. You go to your profile. You go to your macros. And then this is my bench one. So my bench one looks like this. It's a down, just one down, and then it's release, and then it's A. It's like 5 A's. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 A's. Now, the interval is every 23,000 seconds. So that's like 23 actual seconds. So what my boyfriend figured out, what I didn't figure out, was you actually need to account for when the option pops up. So you'll see, like, when you go to the bench and then the thing pops up and then you press A, you have to like account for all of that. So specifically for bench, you could copy this. But the way I will show you how you record it, but then you can actually go back and select all of these numbers and you can manually select them. You can even, if you did a wrong input, you right click and you can delete and record anew. So if you mispressed and you needed a B there instead of the other, you can either record the whole thing again or you can just go in it if you want. But this is what you're looking for. Now, if you wanted to like hunt, oh no, if you wanted a turbo button, by the way, it's just this. You just press A a bunch of times. And then you would go to whichever button you wanted it to be. So let's say I wanted it to be right trigger and it's A. You have to make sure you activate it. Now I'm at the maximum of macros. I already have like 4 things installed. But you would just have to activate it. So let's say I want to switch bench to the A spam. I activate it. And now it's an A spam button. But we want to keep it for bench because we're currently hunting. Now, if you want to create a new one, you can create a bunch, but you can only have a couple activated at the same time. So you would create. Now let's say this is hunting, because I'm really original with words. I'm a wordsmith, as you see. First you want to make sure that because you want to AFK this, you want to like not be anywhere near it. You want to have this on repeated. Now, if you want to fast travel, let's say to zone 4, you'd have to click plus, go a little bit to the right, and then press A twice. So what you do is you literally do that. You'd have, depending on the zone, it's a little finicky with at what angle you're pushing the stick in, but just practice and then record. Like learning a dance, you know, like a choreography. So this is zone 4 choreography. So you'd go plus, a little bit to the right, A. There we go. And then the interval doesn't matter for fast travel. The interval really matters for bench. Or if you wanted to, you could even, because they just found out that if you want to raise friendship for free, every bench hangout session with your mons, your Pokemons, raises their friendship by 10. So if you know the exact button sequence, and then leave it with a 10-second delay, because as you guys know, you can do delays. You could AFK friendship farm if you really wanted to. But let's say I wanted this to be hunting. So I'm currently on M1, which is this the right little programmable button. I go to the new thing I made, which is called hunting. I activate it. Now I unplug. Unplug. You switch from SX to S, which is just don't stop in the middle. Very simple. Wait a second. It should recognize it. And then if we go to zone 4, because that's what we just made. Like, you'd have to make it per zone, because some zones don't let you spawn anywhere, but the bench one, if you find a bench in a wild zone, you can do that. Okay, but let's say we're here. You want to shiny hunt Spinarak. You want to shiny hunt Ghastly, or like that sword guy. Now you press the button you program. So in this case, it's R4, or in the program it said M whatever. Ignore that. It's R4. You can see it on the controller. No worries. You press it. And that's the sequence we just made. Oh my god, I thought it wouldn't work for a second. But it's literally just record what you're doing, put it on repeat, and it should work. But again, as I stated before, if you are at a bench, like you're trying to be at a bench, you just have to make it the thing once. So, hold on, we gotta go back. I gotta... Now we go back. So you just switch it, plug it into your computer or your phone app. I just like the computer. I don't know anything about the phone app. You go to your profile. If you wanted to switch the button, you go to macro. This is the hunting one. I currently want the bench one. It's M1. It's on the right side. You can really make sure with this, because when you do front back, it really flips it, you know, like as if you would really flip it. So if you're not sure where it is, just make sure with the trigger buttons. This is left, this is right. Now I really want the bench one again. So you click on these 3 dots, and you activate. And that's it, that's it. And then you unplug it again. You flip a switch. That's it. If you wanted to hunt shiny Alpha Sharpedo, from what I understand, and again, I'm not yet a Pokemon master or anything. I don't know anything about IVs or anything. I'm a serious casual. Like, I love these games. Anyways, to get it, you guys must have heard about the 50-meter rule. So like, you'd put a pin where you spawn, and then you have 50 meters. However, as you guys can see, that's already 50. Here he is. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, there's this bench right here. So Sharpedo's there. Bench right here. Now that we have our macro, we position ourselves the way she would spawn. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Just sit. Don't get attacked. If you wipe, by the way, you will be forced to go to a Poke Center, which is pretty far away. Oh my god. Anyways, to get the static shiny alpha, you have to go through this 20.6 second cutscene, which we have decided is... I think we made it 23,000 seconds, because you want the delay. So now, if I press my macro, I press the R4 button that we just programmed, Slowbro won't attack you. It's fine. Look. that takes a little while for it to show up. So you really want the 2 seconds between A presses, which again, you can edit manually yourself. And then, yeah, that's it. It just keeps repeating. It just keeps repeating. You can pause the screen at any point in the video to fully copy like what I made in the 8BitDo program. The program itself is free. Obviously, the controller costs a bunch of money. Takes a little while. For benching, you really want a little bit of a delay, we've noticed. And it keeps going. I'm currently not even touching it. I'm clapping my hands. Proof. I'll try to take little clips of the controller, but I think you guys know. Because most of this is in the software. And you just keep going. I don't know how long you would have to go for, and I don't know how it works exactly, but then you just check. And then you just keep going. I press the macro again. Okay, with the bench, you really want to sit first. Sit first, and then do the macro, because it gets confused. But that's okay. I'm already pressing the... Oh no. Press the macro after you wake up. Okay, I really hope I'm helping here. Anyways, that's how I managed to catch... except for Marie, all of these shinies. Snover and Gogoat were literally caught half an hour before I started recording this video doing the bench reset. Pink Sharpedo is sadly not alpha. I really want it to be alpha. I also really want the alpha Ghastly. So, if you want shinies and you got carpal tunnel, or you are employed, or you have kids, or you simply do not have the time, don't let anybody tell you you're cheating, because your time is valuable and mindless grinding leads to injury. I hope it helps. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.